Hello and welcome to Solent Sports News. It's 1 o'clock and time for the Sports News Bulletin. We start with breaking news now as the Scottish FA have announced the name of their new boss. Alex McLeish has been reappointed manager of his home country after Gordon Strachan was relieved of his duties. McLeish will be aiming to guide Scotland to Euro 2020 after they missed out on this year's World Cup. Here he is speaking about his appointment.
Michael O'Neill turned the job down. My eyes lit up and I thought, yeah, I'm back in the frame again. You know, maybe I've got a chance of getting it. And you never give up hope and belief that you can actually get a job. And at the end, when it happens, you say, well, that's fate.
Sky Sports pundit and former Scotland striker Charlie Nicholas is not overjoyed at the appointment.
Alex McLeish would not have been my first choice. I would have went for somebody younger and trying something different and start to build a process. But it tells you what the SFA are about. They can't make a decision. They get desperate. They panic and then they end up only offering Alex McLeish a 2-year contract.
The fifth round of the FA Cup begins tonight with Chelsea taking on Hull City at Stamford Bridge. Southampton travel to West Brom on Saturday, having recently come out as 3-2 victors over them earlier this month. The visitors' former striker Jay Rodriguez is eligible to play after being granted a 3-week extension to reply to an FA charge of alleged racism. Saints boss Mauricio Pellegrino, meanwhile, believes the tie can strengthen the team going forward.
Can help us to introduce some players that didn't play too much in the recent game, and we can prepare much better for the future. Can help us to believe more in our improvements since January.
While Pellegrino is under pressure, another Premier League manager in Hampshire isn't. That is because Eddie Howe has been awarded January's Manager of the Month. After masterminding a 3-0 away win at Chelsea and a 2-1 defeat of Arsenal, Howe has more than justified the accolade. Are English teams once again becoming a force in European football? That is what Paul Merson believes, the Sky Sports pundit. He has used Tottenham's performance against last year's finalist Juventus as an example of the potential power shift in Europe. He claims Spurs' performance was mind-blowing, especially against a team who was really conceded at home. The former Arsenal player also claimed that Real Madrid and Barcelona won't want to face Manchester City before the final. An English team hasn't reached the final since Chelsea won it back in 2012, but the results suggest that this may be the year that it changes. Eastleigh will be looking to get back to winning ways tomorrow. The Spitfires were on a hot streak of 8 games unbeaten, but are without a win in their last 2 fixtures. They take on struggling Chester, who sit dangerously close to relegation in 23rd place of the Vanarama National League. A few Eastleigh players are rumoured to be making an appearance at Fleming Leisure Centre tomorrow, a facility that will be officially reopened. Now, here at Solent, the Sparks football team can no longer win any silverware after losing 2-1 to Blackfield and Langley on Monday, but they are looking to build some form for the end of season running. Here in the studio to preview this weekend's match against Fareham Town, with me is Ryan Dacres Smith. Hi Ryan.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. So how confident are you of bouncing back against Fareham on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm quite confident. The lads know that Monday's night performance wasn't good enough, and hopefully we can get a reaction. Training was good yesterday, so yeah, the lads are fit and raring to go for tomorrow.
So if you beat Fareham, you can go above them. Does that give you any more motivation?
I don't think at this particular time that gives us any motivation. I think the only motivation we have is putting Monday's performance right and putting Monday's result right. So I think us using Fareham as a team to put that against right will help us.
So you recently played your first league game last week against Hamworthy after a few postponements in January. How has this impacted your performance?
Well, the Hamworthy game was after the Brockenhurst game in the week, so I feel like using that game on Tuesday and then going into the Hamworthy game on Saturday was good for us. However, we didn't get the result that we wanted after being in a strong position, but training's been good. We've been looking fit and sharp, so I feel like the postponements have only allowed us to get even more fitter in training.
So you've had a up and down season, but where do you think you'll finish at the end of it?
Well, I think we've got about 16 games to go, so our target 16 wins. We just got to go game by game. Literally, that's all we can do. Hopefully we can push on and just start to build a run in there, end up in the top half of the table.
Right, thank you, Ryan. Good luck with the rest of the season. Let's hope this all can do well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. So, moving on. Team GB's 7-day wait at the Winter Olympics for a medal is over. Dominic Parsons' best finish of 50.33 seconds was enough to secure a bronze spot in the skeleton. His heroics eclipsed a 70-year-old record to become the first male athlete to win the medal in the event since 1948, something that he didn't see coming.
I couldn't believe it when I saw a 3 next to Martin's name. I thought I'd blown it all, so still not come to terms with it. It was really tight between the 3 of us, Martins, Nikita Tregobov and myself. And Tregobov had just got ahead of me on that run, and I thought that was it.
Meanwhile, Lizzie Arnold and Laura Dees begin their own skeleton campaigns. The women have just begun their heats and have a good chance of adding to the medal table. We'll be hearing from our Winter Olympic expert Callan Cooper very shortly, but Arnold is determined to defend her title that she won back in Sochi in 2014.
I have very high expectations of myself, so I intend to defend my title, but it's sport, and I've learnt that this year. You never know what's going to happen on the competition day, but I'm committed and all I can do is my best.
So with the women's skeleton taking place right now, we have our Winter Olympics expert Callan Cooper joining us in the studio. Hello, Callan.
Hi, how are you doing? You alright?
Yeah, good, thank you. So how are the girls doing? It should have got underway in the past hour. What's been happening?
So Lizzie Arnold, who is currently top of after her first heat, she's the reigning champion as well. She will get last, so we haven't actually seen her in the second heat yet. Laura Dees, who was 6th after her first heat, she is into second right now after recording a time of 52.3 seconds. Lizzie is obviously she'll be coming out later. She's currently top. And Sweden are also have just beaten GB in the men's curling. That's all I have for you at the minute. I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you, Callan. It's good to hear that we're doing well over in the Olympics. So moving on into cricket, despite 3 consecutive defeats, England can still reach the 2020 Tri-Series final. England lost twice to Australia and most recently to New Zealand, but Australia's record-breaking 244 run chase over New Zealand means that should England beat the Black Caps on Sunday, they will go into the final. Rugby now, and the Melbourne Storm blew the Leeds Rhinos away. The Australian outfit won in emphatic fashion with a result of 38-4. That's all we've got time for today. Join us later.